Yasser, talk to us about President Sisi. He takes oath of office on the Constitution Tuesday in the new parliament premises in the administrative capital. What is the mood on the ground, and what is the significance of doing it in the new administrative capital? Yasser.
Well, Richard, the mood obviously is not at its best, not because of the many conflicts that are in the region now that have obviously had an impact on Egypt. The conflicts are on its neighboring countries, in Libya to its west, in Sudan to its south, and then you have Gaza also on the borders with Al-Arish and Sinai. So it's been very obviously a tough time for the region, not just only Egypt recently, and obviously it had an impact on the economy. The fallout from the wars in Gaza, in Ukraine, have had its impact on the global economies and obviously an emerging economy like Egypt. So this is basically the mood in which he's starting his new term. He mentioned it in his speech just a while ago in his swearing-in ceremony at the administrative capital, that there are a lot of challenges ahead and that everyone should brace for unity, because unity will only be the only way to manage to succeed in overcoming these challenges, a unified country. But there is obviously hope and optimism that maybe things will be better going into the new term. The ceremony is taking place at the administrative capital. Basically, it's the inaugural day, so he's using this event to inaugurate the new administrative capital, which has been built since 2015, over around 720 kilometers square. That's nearly double the size of Cairo, the capital of Egypt, which already hosts 20 million people. And the new administrative capital is meant to free up the population from Cairo into the suburbs and into other cities, including the new administrative capital, which will take over about 6 to 7 million inhabitants. It has a square for the government headquarters, obviously the very financial district built by China, the tower, the iconic tower, the highest in Africa, also built by China. So it's a symbol of development, or going to a later stage of developing the country by moving into the smart cities and a new age for Egypt, which is built on the digital transformation of development. Back to you.
All right, Yasser Hakim, Cairo, thanks for your insights. Now let's get some more perspective. We are joined by Professor Nabil Nem, International Relations Analyst based in Cairo. Professor, welcome to Africa Live. Thank you for taking time out to speak to us. My first question to you: what key challenges does President Sisi face as he begins his term on Wednesday?
Good afternoon, and thanks for having me. I believe very much we have maybe 2 or 3 major challenges facing President Sisi in his third term. Number 1 is the economy, and correcting the way the economy is being managed and getting more trust from foreign investment into the Egyptian economy, which would reflect on controlling the deterioration of the local currency and in front of the dollar, and helping the consumers in their prices challenges. The second major challenge is the national security challenges. Sudan in the south, Libya in the west, Gaza in the east. It's actually, as President Sisi said in one of his speeches, it is unique situation for the Egyptian national security, which is facing hazard from the west, south, and east. The third challenge is the world unrestful time. Actually, I believe that we do approach, or we are going through, the verge of a new world order. The old one of 1945, the Brighton Agreement, is almost to expire. And It is affecting the Middle East, Africa, and South America.
All right, Professor, very important challenges that you have highlighted and illuminated for us. My question once again is, do you think the president is well equipped to deal with the said challenges, and how do you see him addressing them?
Obviously, Egypt is a very strategic country. What's happening in Egypt is affecting the region and vice versa. President Sisi has adopted a very cool way to manage the situation in Egypt, since he has restored stability, local stability, after fighting terrorism. As well, the president has managed to keep the eastern front in Gaza and Rafah under control. And he has sent a clear message to Israel and to Washington. Egypt will not allow the displacement of the Palestinians, and Egypt will not allow a military operation in Rafah. And I believe very much that President Sisi has established a quite strong relation between Egypt and the regional and international regimes. He has managed to keep the communication channels clear between Cairo, Riyadh, Amman, and Cairo, Washington, Beijing, Moscow. No doubt that it's not easy, but I believe very much what has been done during the last 2 terms of presidential duties has managed to lay out a very solid infrastructure base and very solid political trust.